Hey y'all, this is Marcy Grace. This is the next great episode of ETX ROCKS featuring Through Blind Eyes.
From the great state of Texas, this is the latest episode of the ETX Rock Show. Nestled in the piney woods of East Texas, the ETX Rock Show delivers the stories and songs of talented artists of all genres, all styles, from the unheralded and unheard to the legends and beyond. We bring a passion for music and a drive to go behind the curtain with our guests. We focus on all artists, from LA to New York, Nashville down to Texas, and everywhere in between. ETX is our location, not a limitation. Now, as always, it's viewers and listeners like you out there that are our biggest support for the show. If you want to contribute to the show, please do so by donating to www.paypal.me/ETXRocks. And thank you for tuning in. Wherever you're tuned in, please hit the like, follow, and or subscribe buttons. And now for another great episode of ETX Rocks. Alright, so welcome to the next chapter of the ETX Rocks journey, where we feature multiple artists weekly of all genres and all styles. I am your host, Boston Chris. Now this time we feature a metalcore and hardcore metal band who made big strides in 2017. With the release of their debut single, Overdose, and their huge win at the 2017 ETX Music Awards for Metal Band of the Year, Through Blind Eyes is ready to take the next step within their music. Hailing from the Lindale and Van area of Texas, Through Blind Eyes combines everyone's different styles into a genre they self-describe as Selfcore. In this episode, we will talk with the guys from TBE and showcase a couple of their original songs. All right, guys, Boston Chris here with the ETX Rock Show, and we're on location out in Lindale, Texas. This might be considered Van, too, I don't know. Somewhere on the line there, right between Lindale and Van. And we're sitting here with Through Blind Eyes, the 2017 ETX Metal Band of the Year. So you guys, welcome to the show. I really appreciate y'all taking the time to visit with us today. Introduce yourself individually and what you bring to the band.
I'm Blake, and I play guitar.
Okay.
I'm Alton, and I also play guitar.
I'm Anthony, and I do vocals.
Okay.
Gunner, play drums. I'm Andre, and I play bass.
And we were talking off camera that there's three guys with A's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alton, Anthony, and Andre. And you have Gunner and Blake as well. You guys are going to actually play a couple of original songs for us here on the episode. So tell us a little bit about the first song and kind of how you guys wrote it and all of that stuff.
That was Sleeping Giants.
Yeah.
That started as a riff he came up with, and he'd always been telling me that, you know, he feels like it could be something pretty good one day, and finally just worked up to it, and we started fleshing out that original riff.
We actually wrote it within a night, really, for the most part. Just small little things that added later.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on in this song. There's a lot of working parts in it.
Yeah, we stayed pretty late with this
we
one.
did stay up still 2 or 3.
A lot of beer and energy drinks, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Had to keep us up. I mean, something.
Yeah.
But it turned out to flow, and there was harmony points, so we could both be playing something that you don't really hear that much around here anymore.
Right.
And I think that's something that, like, Parkway Drive and all that, Lamb of God was big on doing.
So you guys check this out. This is Sleeping Giants by Through Blind Eyes. right, so we are back once again with Through Blind Eyes. So how long have you guys been, this unit, the 5 of you all been together?
Just over 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just over.
Just
Yeah.
5 of us. That's like October, right? Whenever I.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have a new bassist, but
Mhm.
other than that, the band's been pretty tight for
Yeah,
a couple of
yeah.
years now.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, how did you guys get started? I mean, most bands kind of create from a garage or a back room or a storage building or something like that. But then at some point it becomes more serious than that, and then actually people pay to hear you. So how did you go through that process early on?
I'd say for the longest time we were practicing over at Alton's house here whenever his dad would go to sleep, and we'd cover just Parkway Drive songs, and then we didn't do anything for a while there, and we all, because we had jobs and stuff like
Right.
that, kind of went our
Have
separate
damn
ways.
jobs.
In a way. And then we got together one day and said, "Hey, you want to try to do this band thing again?"
It was right after you got your own play.
Yeah.
And so you guys are all pretty much early 20s, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
And now you guys are self-described as a metalcore / hardcore band, but you really, with all your different styles combined, you call it selfcore. So as someone who's not really educated in metal genres, tell me a little bit about what the differences are between metalcore and hardcore, and how you came up with the term selfcore.
I mean, metalcore it's a little bit more melodic,
Okay.
but with hardcore it's it's heavier, more beat down type stuff. And the only reason the only reason we call ourselves selfcore is because I normally play like death metal type stuff.
Yeah.
These guys, metalcore, Parkway Drive melodic stuff, thrash metal over here,
Wow.
and Anthony pretty much anything really vocals.
So all these influences kind of meld together into a really unique sound that you've cultivated for yourself.
And it took some time. It definitely it took some work.
Was there some struggles
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
kind of along the way too?
You always
Yeah.
hit a platform where you can't get better.
Over
It's
and-
like,
Well, and the 4 of you guys have been together for quite some time, so I mean, there has to be some tug of war going on sometimes between y'all, where
Oh, yeah.
something
Yeah,
works for
that's
someone
right.
else better than it does for you.
Yeah, I'd say we butt heads sometimes, but we've
it's
recovered
usually
from it.
handled pretty well.
Yeah, it never gets.
How
like,
important is
extreme.
that to be able to, freely say your opinion without expecting a whole lot of fallback from it?
Sometimes things get mistook.
Yeah.
Mistaken.
You just kind of have to know
Communicate.
how to communicate with the other
Right.
person, how they're gonna take it,
Right. And no, I mean, I've heard from a lot of folks within the metal community that you guys are really humble, really cool cats, very nice guys. So, I mean, and I hear your music, and it can be pretty heavy. So, I mean, it's almost like 2 different personas, off
Right,
the-
right, yeah.
It's the
I feel
real
like
feeling
that's-
inside.
Yeah.
That's what you don't
So which one is the real you?
That's what we call
That's a good
coping.
question. Yeah, it's coping.
Yeah, we're coping.
You're just coping in real life, letting it all out when people are paying to see you. So, I mean, as a predominantly metal band in East Texas, it's got to be really difficult to find places to play other than, your rehearsal space, your practice space. I know Clicks Live is amazing, an awesome venue in Tyler, but I mean, how hard is it for you guys to find places to play? Because I think it's important to get the feedback from an actual crowd.
Yeah, me and Anthony mainly are the ones who's booking, and around here it's super hard. Like Clicks, like I said, it's a great spot, but Crossroads also as well.
Right. Yep.
But really, I don't. When I
There's
start,
9 Muses
Nine
as
Muses.
well.
yeah, Nine
Yeah.
Muses is great as well. Yeah, and but here, like with booking, I mainly look out of town now, Dallas,
Yeah.
everywhere down there. Unless Joey from Crossroads or somebody from Nine Muses hit us up and play there.
Yeah, I think it's really unfortunate that a band from East Texas has to find a venue outside of their own area, just because there's not a whole lot of venues. And I know DFW has a whole lot of badass rock and roll venues in Houston as well. So have you guys played a lot of shows in the DFW area?
Definitely down.
Yeah, we played
we
quite a
played
few
quite
there
a
down.
few in Dallas. We haven't gotten to Houston yet, but
No, we played one in Austin though.
we did
Oh,
play
yeah,
one
we
in
did.
Austin.
Well, I just posted a link on our webpage that lists all the music venues, or at least all the ones I could find. in Houston, Dallas, Shreveport. So you guys might want to check that out.
Oh, yeah.
I'll link y'all up.
Yeah.
Little
cheat sheet.
Yeah. So I got a question for the vocalist over here. I mean, as somebody who's not very educated in metal music and stuff, man, that's got to be rough on your vocal cords, right?
It is. I have had some times where my voice was really hurting after the shows or the next day or whatever, but I've actually came across this lady called Zen of Screaming. I've actually seen a couple of her videos roll across Facebook now, and I followed through with the goofy exercises that they have, but I mean, it's helped a lot.
And that's what I wanted to know, if there was a technical side of it so that you're not hurting yourself, because, I mean, if you're wanting to do shows all the time, it's going to be hard on you.
Right. Well, yeah, luckily finding her DVDs was probably the best thing that I could have done. Like, as a vocalist, you can't really buy much than, a microphone, so that was like my huge purchase, I guess.
I understand that, yeah. And I think in y'all's brand of music, I mean, the vocals in the song is more of an instrument than I think of any other kind of music. And it's not so much that the lyrics don't matter, it's just I think it adds a whole lot of depth to the music, you know what I mean? Like you hear the dual guitars and the bass, and then the voice is almost the same level as all that. Yeah. I think it's cool, man. I really like that.
Yeah, I really try to keep up with these guys because they're awesome artists, so they kind of push
hard,
me,
man.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about some of your musical influences kind of growing up.
Parkway Drive.
Parkway Drive was a big one that influenced the metal side of us.
Yeah, that's the main thing that pushed it.
We did listen to...
Mine's a lot different, though.
I know he did, and I did too, but we both kind of listened to Lamb of God, and that was kind of in there too.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where a lot of the fast stuff comes from.
Stuff like Comeback, well for me it was more like Comeback Kid, Agnostic Front, stuff like that.
And you guys trying to like add pieces of your influences within your own sound as well?
Yeah.
Some of our songs are different than others.
Yeah,
like it's like it's like a completely different band.
Well, yeah, because that's mainly just because I have influences in other genres.
Right.
And, I really like those genres, but I also like this genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I can try to work it in and it sounds good, then we'll go with it.
Cool. All right, so tell me a little bit about, we talked about musical influences, so I know everybody has people that inspire them, sometimes that are outside of music too. Maybe it's a mentor, just somebody that made you think that maybe this could be something more than just a hobby. So tell us about that person for y'all, individually.
It's a really good question.
I guess... Really, for me, everything is in my entire life. Everything's revolved around music. My father was a vocalist for a heavy band in the early 2000s. His dad played country music. Those two specifically, they were just huge influences on me and what I wanted to do as far as music and everything. And I go to my dad's shows and everything when I was younger, and I always thought to myself, I really want to do that. It looks fun. And so I just, for the past 12 years now, pressed on with drums specifically. And yeah, without them, I don't think I would be doing this right now.
Very cool. Blake, got anybody?
I guess for me, really, I guess it's mainly my dad because he's always since he was younger listened to hardcore like I say hardcore more DRI and stuff like that, and he's the one that got me into hardcore and metal and everything else, and what's kind of pushed me to do everything. He's backed me up the whole time, pretty much. So
it was really my dad that kind of started it. For the most part, he played in the band and he had guitars that I noticed when I was little, so it's kind of always been something in the back of my head. These guys really got me into metal because I grew up on classic rock, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was a transition for me.
Yeah.
I started hanging out with these dudes, and I had some metal influences, but I didn't know the artists these guys know, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was like opening up a door for me.
That's cool.
I'd say for me, actually, it was probably my mom. And as weird as it sounds, she actually sings a lot of like country, pop, and stuff like that. But
we won't hold that against
Yeah,
her.
right.
The pop side of it, at least.
But I mean, just always being around it, I guess. Not only that, but just coming home from school, maybe having a bad day and just popping in your headphones and listening to your favorite artist. I mean, that just made me want to do it even more, to maybe give other people what they gave me,
Right.
Influence, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I started playing cello in like 6th grade, and that's ability on an instrument came from. And
Wow.
one day, sophomore year, I met this dude that just
You guys
got
are
me
sleeping
into,
on that, man.
Right.
Put that into a song.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
got into metal sophomore year and got in a band with one of my buddies, and we just kicked it off from there.
I see a YouTube channel, man. Hardcore cello.
It's always got to be a first, right?
Who says that wouldn't work? I mean, who knows, right? Very cool. So now, obviously, 2017 was kind of a big year for y'all with the debut release of Overdose, and then you followed that up with a surprise win at the ETX Music Awards as Metal Band of the Year. So first, what was it like for you guys after a couple of years of really, cultivating your craft and all of that? Now you have this song that was released and you could put it in your hands and listen to it, and your fans and your friends and all these other people, it's out there. So what was that accomplishment like for you guys?
I'd say
Just
we were
stoked
really
at first.
we were
Yeah.
stoked
Right.
and nervous at the same
Yeah.
time.
Right.
We quickly knew though, we decided, we can do better than that though.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I
we
mean,
had to-
like right away we were like, we can go ahead and progress now, But we were super excited at the same time,
Because it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the first time us hearing ourselves recorded. Like, oh man, this is.
And it goes from a concept to, wow, here it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like now you can go on social media and say, oh, you've never heard of us? Well, here, go check us out
Right,
on
right.
Apple Music or Spotify.
Makes it a lot
or
easier to
whatever.
put on a Facebook page, Instagram page,
Right.
whatever.
It helps with those venues too. I think.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I think that is the moment in time when a band, no matter what genre you are, goes from not serious to serious.
Yep.
Now I have a recorded thing out there, and now people know that this is not something we're just doing in our bedroom or whatever. I mean, we're serious about this craft, and we want everybody out there to know that. I think that's kind of that hurdle that bands face. And so about the award win, I mean, you guys were pretty surprised about this, to the point where none of y'all showed up, which is messed up, by the way. We gave y'all a free ticket even, and y'all still didn't show up.
I think we did have some kind of stuff going on today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It was one of
it
those
was
things.
personal.
I know y'all wanted to come, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just messing
I
with
wanted
you.
to come. and
So
do
how
that.
surprising was that? Because that is all fan voted for you guys. So you guys had a lot of people voting for
Complete
y'all.
shock.
Yeah, that shocked me too, because
Really
I even
humbling, too,
I
to
even
be
text
honest.
Casey. I even told him it's probably a long shot we're gonna win, but if it happens, he might accept the award for us because I was at work and everything. He's like, yeah, man. He sent me a picture of it. I was like,
Oh, okay.
no way.
Yeah, there were some great bands nominated this year too. I
Oh,
think.
for sure.
Oh, yeah,
Bo was in there.
yeah,
and
there was,
Dance Device.
Yeah.
Edge of Misery was in there.
Yeah,
too. I
Edge
know
of
they
Misery.
won previously
Yep.
and everything. So yeah, that was a big surprise for us.
So now you guys are, you're recognized by your fans as well, which is a huge. I think that would be a huge honor, regardless of what award it is. If it's voted on by people other than you, I mean, because you can't vote but once.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like you guys were just like up in the middle of the night just voting.
Yeah.
Over that doesn't happen,
Yeah.
But so yeah, I think anytime you win something, that kind of reaffirms, your strength and conviction in what you're doing.
Yeah.
So did that process kind of take place for y'all already, where it's kind of like, wow, this is going better than we thought.
Oh
Yeah, that's
that
very
sounds
exactly.
wild.
Yeah.
That's how
It
many
kinda-
bands was in it? I mean, come on, let's recount this real quick.
Yeah, it kind of gave us motivation to just write more too. So
Really try to push and
yeah,
get better.
it was like, okay, we got people out there actually listening. So
Yeah.
And so what's that process like writing for you guys? Is it all 5 of y'all that are involved in that, or how does that work?
really, I'd say it's like
It's like-
they do a lot of the instrumental and like I do a lot of the lyrics. But I know that me and Blake have collabed. But on this next one, we kind of all want to throw in our ideas, So it's just all well rounded, I guess I should
Yeah.
say.
So I mean, how do you get better? And I mean, obviously you're a 5-man band, so you can kind of throw ideas off of each other. But if you think, like, if you're trying to write lyrics and you think they're good and Blake doesn't, how does that go?
I'd
tell how
take
it
his,
is.
yeah, I'd
We
take
tell
his
exactly how
advice,
it is. Like we have songs we played before after about a couple months of playing them. We finally just looked at Blake will come up and he's like, I hate that song.
Man, that
Yeah.
sucks.
It
man.
sucks.
Oh, we throw it away, to be
Yeah, we
honest.
just throw it away.
We've thrown away most of our songs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of
It's
songs.
a process. It's definitely a process of just getting the best songs, and you're always in pursuit of that one song you haven't wrote yet. You know what I mean?
And what do you guys think is the hardest part about writing?
just the initial startup.
Yeah.
Fitting everyone's
Flushing
it out.
Flushing it out, seeing if the riff works, and making sure you can play it in the time if it works better with that.
And I mean, plus you got 2 guitar parts too,
Yeah.
so you got to find room for each part as well.
It's definitely we have to get together first for just like the guitar
Mm-hmm.
portion of it. That's
Right.
how we did Sleeping Giants and all that. But you know, it does take time.
Right.
So
Okay, so I know that you guys' sound has kind of evolved over the time from something maybe a little softer to a little bit heavier. So maybe kind of describe the process of that evolution from softer to heavier and why you guys decided to take that path.
Warming up to each other.
yeah,
That's all. That's all.
Really? So it was just
getting
a
it clicked.
comfortability factor.
Yeah, that's all it was.
yeah.
Even though we played together for a long time, it was still just like knowing what each other can do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then once we found that, it just kind of clicked. And plus, a lot of it had to do with the bands we're currently listening to, you know?
Right.
So,
So you guys are just always being inspired.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you guys have those moments where you're just practicing and you're like, dude, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that before?
Like Blake or Alton or anybody will just be doodling and we'll be like, let's go with that. And we'll be
Let's
like,
just try.
but we're supposed to be practicing this song. Like, well, let's work on this a little bit to
Oh
get
man, I've
structure.
been part of those kind
Yeah,
of practices
yeah,
before,
exactly.
yeah. Where you're trying to get one song down and you take a break and someone's just messing around on their instrument. You're like,
Right.
wait,
I
do
wanna
that
flesh it
again.
out.
Right.
Gunnar will usually be like, "Wait, keep playing that. I'm gonna jump on the drums," because he's the first to get up.
So would you guys say that you guys, I mean, how much have you as a band changed since you first started?
Yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit. We've.
I wasn't in it for the first 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, probably
Yeah, because
something like
Marshall.
that.
Yeah. We have
Oh
Marshall.
man, that's a hard time.
And
That's a thinker right
then
there.
we had Sam for bassist, and then we had Tony.
Yeah.
And then,
So has the sound changed since you guys first started?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like at first we were like more of like a, hate to say it, kind of, but like a pop goes punk maybe even.
Wow.
which isn't bad some bands, right? But
Yeah.
It was just
but
like-
Not for
we
us.
we were really light, I should say, compared to what we play now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you must like this better because this is where you're at now
Oh,
as
yeah.
opposed to where you were there.
Bouncing.
So,
fun.
what do you think is next as far as sound? Is it just going to stay this way, or are you still evolving? Do you think?
Still
I think
evolving.
some more raw stuff coming.
Yeah.
You know, like
But all in all, I'm pretty happy with where we
Yeah.
are. You know where
Yeah.
we came
Yeah.
to be.
Just
I guess
making
I
it
should
do.
say.
Yeah.
And then one thing I did notice during the first song and trying to get that recorded, you guys are very perfectionist based as well, and I really respect that a lot. You know, it's like if it sucks, don't put it out. You know, let's redo it, let's make it right. You guys didn't see that on camera, but they were really tearing each other apart whether or not to release that version that we settled on. But yeah, I really appreciate that, you know, because I mean, what you put out is under your name, and that's all reputation based, and
Right.
you guys have the right mindset when it comes to that, and that's good. It's a good start. All right, so you guys are in the process of writing and possibly releasing or recording an album. So how far away are we from an actual release album for Through Blind Eyes?
That is well, it's a hard question to answer
It depends because we either settle on 8 or we just keep on going further and just go for 12.
Yeah.
Right. And plus, like
It
you
just
said,
depends on how many songs you guys decide.
And
Right,
so far,
yeah.
we've settled on 8, and we've been trying to tease it for so long, but we've been through so much different stuff with like
Right.
studios like that cheated us and everything, you know, as far as sound and everything goes. And
Yeah.
then we finally decided to not even do those songs we recorded initially, start writing new stuff and funds and everything else. It's
Yeah.
that's a really hard question to
It's been
answer.
a hurdle.
I mean, our
Playing
goal
shows and
is
trying to
this
write
year.
sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Our goal is definitely this year, but it just depends on
Right.
the direction we decide to take.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys are an East Texas band. You're based here in East Texas, and so what is it? What's the plan promotional wise as far as getting the record ready and out there? You know, digital outlets are fairly easy to get your music on there, Spotify and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you know, actually having CDs and merch and stuff like that, which I know you guys do have merch already, but on a local level, I would imagine there has to be like a campaign, like a certain order of events to get the maximization out of your promo for an album. Have you guys thought about that?
Yeah.
I have a little bit. Has it been like
We've been really relying on the promos from like Facebook.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that seems to do well for us. People from outside see it, and that opens the door.
You guys have a pretty good Facebook following as well. I think it's over 4K now, which is great.
Wow. Is it?
Yeah, I doesn't look at it, obviously.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That's one of the higher followings of a metal band, of any metal band in East Texas.
Yeah, the only other ones I can really think of like Dialectic or something like that.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like 20K.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna be right back after this with more from Through Blind Eyes. We might just play a game with them.
Hey guys, we're Blacktop Mojo, and thank you for tuning in to ETX Rocks.
All right, so we are back, and if you guys are following along with the ETX Rock Show, first of all, I want to thank you guys a lot. But and you probably know that we like to play a surprise game with our guests, and it's almost always a surprise, even though we tell our guests to check out an episode or two, and sometimes they do, and they're not surprised. But we're going to play a game. I think we're going to play What the Heck with Through Blind Eyes. And basically, the way this game works is I'm just going to ask you some questions that are, some of them might be deep, some of them might be silly, and I'm just looking for the first thing that pops into your head as an answer. So turn off the filter.
Oh wow. Okay.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
So this is What the Heck with Through Blind Eyes. All right, so question number 1. Where do you think squirrels go during hurricanes?
I guess hide inside a tree.
I guess they get stuck in the wind. I mean, they'd have to go like somewhere, right? Those are some fast.
I'm gonna go with hide in a tree because I mean that's on a lot of
That's pretty risky, though. I mean, those trees
Yeah,
bend
that's
pretty
That's
easy.
what I'm saying.
That's true. Where else is he gonna go though?
That's what I'm asking
like
you.
a hollow tree. It's still
It's
kinda
gonna
risky.
become. Oh yeah, because it'll break.
Like under the house or something?
I
I
guess
think it's a hurricane. It's a flood.
That's true. That one's hard.
It's gotta go on top of a house or something.
Yeah.
Well, if the wind blows it off the house.
Couldn't
The
you?
chimney.
Why didn't you just have
There's
some
just
other-
no good place for a squirrel.
No, there was not.
Yeah,
I don't think
still
there's a good
find
place
out.
for anything.
Maybe they have like little FEMA shelters for squirrels.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Gather.
All right, number 2 of What the Heck. What do you think cats dream about?
Birds.
Like the flying ones, or like that? Or...
I guess anything really that they could eat. Cats, you know.
Yeah.
Toys.
Either that or just being assholes ones here.
Yeah, that's true too. When am I gonna claw my owner? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's make all this noise.
Yes.
What is it with cats that do that? Like they're sleeping all day and then they're just keeping you awake at night. They're worse than infants.
I had one cat. I hated this thing. It wasn't even my cat. It ended up being my cat though.
Okay.
My dad's wife had brought him home, or her home, and it would crawl on my chest. In the middle of the night, my door would be shut. I don't know how it comes open, but it comes open. Sit on my chest and just purr and wake me up and be doing some kneading.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you something on that cat.
So what were you dreaming about when that was going on?
Yourself in a weird position there, didn't you?
I don't know. I know I woke up and threw him though.
It wasn't a good dream then.
No, I don't care much for cats anyway.
All right, so number 3. Now, when you go to the pet store, they sell pet food there, and a lot of the pet food will have flavors on it. So how do they know that the pet food is that flavor?
Eat it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
a good
eat it.
question.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine it tastes that good.
Maybe by the
'cause-
smell too, a little bit.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's gonna taste that way.
But I mean, I can smell like dog food that says beef and salmon.
Yeah.
It smells like
Yeah.
dog food to me.
It
That's
still tastes
true.
like weird sand.
Maybe they just put that on there.
Oh, so you are one of those
It's false
guys.
advertising.
This is how you know.
It's gonna be the next Lay's potato chip flavor. Weird salmon.
It's false advertising.
Yeah.
That is.
It's gonna be a picture of the Sahara on it.
Right? They have some weird ones.
They do have some weird ones, but I'll tell you what, the biscuits and gravy.
All right, number 4. Number 4. Someone gives y'all an elephant. No, not individually. They just give the band an elephant. And you're not allowed to sell the elephant. You're not allowed to give it away. So what do you guys do with this elephant?
I don't know what he'd do with it, but...
Watch it. He knows about your cat breed now.
Ride it to
I
the
don't know
next
what
show.
Well, yeah, right on the next show, we can tug all your gear.
No, we might have to leave like a day early, but
It's plant powered.
A day early.
yeah.
Yeah, depending on where it's at.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a good thing it's plant powered. I mean,
Yeah, that's
you gotta
true.
worry
You
about
can
going
eat anywhere.
Don't
Just
do
don't
that.
go west. That's your show's west.
Oh,
Forget
yeah.
about it.
Oh yeah.
Because there's nothing but weird sand out that way.
Yeah.
So is the answer we're just gonna ride it to the next show?
I guess so.
Well, I mean, who else
It's
would
got-
say that they've ridden an elephant?
I'm about to show.
No,
I would do like a
exhibition.
promotion
Oh,
for
yeah,
like
yeah.
the True Blind Eyes Elephant Tour.
You think we could put like a sheet on it that says TBE?
Yeah.
Have our logo on
You'd
it?
have to put a blindfold on it too, just to
I mean,
keep with the band name.
True.
It has a horn too.
It keeps running into everything.
The
Sorry,
Blind Elephant Tour.
I'm not gonna make this one, guys.
All right. All right, number 5. How often every week do you guys hurt yourself?
No, every damn day.
Yeah. Well,
Every day.
Alton complains about getting hurt every day, so I
Oh,
don't care
yeah.
about it.
yeah, it's yeah.
I worked 10 hours today, so I broke my back
He listens to too much Steel Panther.
every day.
Did any of you guys hurt yourself trying to dance in the shower?
Not yet.
No.
Can't really say.
I just felt backward stepping in though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can say I've done that one too.
All right,
Damn showers.
that's why we take baths.
Yeah.
Showers are too dangerous.
They are. Unless you have a slip sheet.
Let's get one of those old people baths that you just
Sure.
walk in. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm sure, wasn't it?
All right, so number 6. If God sneezed, what would you tell him?
You good?
You're good.
I mean, we say God bless you when somebody
Yeah.
else sneezes.
Yeah. I
Uh,
think that would be the best one right there.
You good?
Yeah.
Kind of
Like,
the guy.
He said it so cool,
You
like
know,
he's thought
I
about
usually-
it.
He's got the game down pat. There's no filter. He's
Yeah.
not even thinking. He just
Or
really, he's
Or would
going.
God say bless himself or something?
Yeah.
You know?
So bless me.
But
yeah.
bless me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be like almost like schizophrenia? You know?
Hey, my
Man, I wish someone would bless me. Wait, that's my job.
Right.
All right, so number 7. A penguin walks through that door right now wearing a sombrero. So why do you think he's here and what does he say?
I don't know, but he's making some cool
He's
paintings.
coming here with some
Right.
good fortunes for the band.
Good fortune.
Give us some good news, and then walk off and lay some cry.
Okay, so I have to know now, what's the good news?
I don't know. That's for the penguin to tell us.
Why else
Where,
would
where's the
penguin
penguin?
Drop kick that damn thing.
Wow.
Kick him
That
around
shouldn't
the
be
door.
happening.
This episode is not brought to you by the World Wildlife Fund.
Not at all.
Throws cat, drop kicks penguins.
That'd be a good
No,
band
if
name.
people
man.
walk through that door,
Drop
there's
kick
something
penguin?
wrong.
Yeah.
Definitely band.
There's something wrong.
Yeah,
I would be
seriously.
No, with the penguin, if he walks through here.
I would definitely be shocked.
You'd be shocked?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well,
know
we're in
how-
East Texas. I would hope you'd be
I
shocked.
mean, how? Yeah.
I feel like everybody would probably look at him about 30 minutes like,
I'd be willing to bet like people where there are actual penguins would be shocked to see a penguin with a sombrero on it.
And that's true.
Because obviously he's been to Mexico.
Yeah,
You had a good weekend.
It's not like they
Anybody-
make those things in
Yeah.
Antarctica. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean,
Like, anybody got a big enough freezer?
put him in there and drag it along.
All right. How you doing in there, buddy? All right, good deal.
Oxygen's low, whatever.
You might have to say it in Spanish though. So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right, so number 8. If Superman is so dang smart, then why does he wear his underwear over his pants?
Splashing.
that's a question for his father and not the Kryptonian himself.
Why? Why do you think that? Did
Because
they
the
do
suit
that
was
too?
given to him by his father.
Was it?
You ever watched the original Man of Steel?
So is
Oh,
it?
this guy done busted.
Wait, so the suit is all one piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
the
that's
means
weird,
Superman.
though.
That means
That's
hope.
a weird color
I
combo.
didn't even know that.
I just killed it right there.
Because
but
I just
facts.
figured maybe he was in a hurry one day and like
I mean, I
Oh
don't
crap, I forgot.
I forgot to put my undies on.
Whatever.
Shoot, I bet you they'll fit over my pants. What the heck? Yeah.
Sure
If it's
enough.
cold enough for me.
Like if somebody's fallen and he's like decked out in Clark Kent gear, you know, there's got to be some kind of speed that he has to change, you know, before that guy goes flat.
Right. You gotta have the support, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Can't be flying around, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
My question is he wearing underwear under his pants too? That would be really weird.
So I don't know that one.
I was looking right at Gunner. He's like, you got me. All right, number 9. If 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea, does that mean the 5th person enjoys it?
Yes.
Just judging by this going on, I'm assuming Blake is the one that enjoys it here.
You're right. We all directly went. Do you?
No comment from
Yeah,
Blake.
you gotta take a minute. Need a moment?
You gotta think about it.
I expected to directly turn right on me. It's supposed to go on Gunner. What?
Gunner had the right answer for the last question.
Yeah.
That's true. It kind of makes you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say
And
that.
now he's deflecting. This is
Again, this is the crap I deal with on a daily basis.
So why do you enjoy it, Blake?
Because obviously, if it's 4 out of 5 people and I'm the 5th person, I'm not the one shitting myself.
You got a good point.
So obviously you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Guys,
Enjoy
Blake
not.
used his brain for the first time in this whole entire
That's
2
pretty
years,
good,
so
man.
god dang. Congratulations.
All right, so we are down to the last question. This is going to be number 10, and I think I'll go a little deeper. So you guys can listen to one band for the rest of your life. No other bands exist except for this one band. Who is it?
Pink Floyd.
Slipknot.
Hey, y'all were really quick.
Oh, yeah, you were. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that his Slipknot tattoo is covered by a corn shirt.
Got him.
Man, don't tell them that.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
That's a hard question.
hard. That's probably the hardest.
I would
Because
naturally just go Parkway Drive.
Just remember, no other bands exist
Yeah.
once you pick this band.
Parkway Drive, they have a lot of good stuff that has a little bit of.
There's not a single song that's not good about Parkway Drive.
They really do good work.
I'm just gonna go with my boys Kubla Khan.
I'm on the verge of either that or I don't know. Right now, Spy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what crossed my mind too. But if I had to, I'm just gonna say Kubla Khan.
Very cool. That was What the Heck with Through Blind Eyes. Nobody won the game. Nobody said what the heck.
Oh.
I have some really whacked out questions too. I'm going to say that straight away. All right, so you guys are actually going to perform another song on the show in this episode. So tell us about the second song.
Jigsaw?
I just one that just came up just sitting in there and just.
It started as a riff that I came up with in my bedroom, and I noticed it kind of had a circular motion to it, so I was like, man, this would be a good loop to fill in something.
Then once he brought it, Gunnar of course was like yes, and then Blake was like yeah, and so it just everybody jumped in like yeah, we really like this.
And then figuring out the second part, I think that was the hardest part for me as far as the song went, but it all came together.
Cool. So you guys check this out. This is Jigsaw by Through Blind Eyes. right, so we are back, and we're sitting here with Through Blind Eyes. This is episode 216. Unbelievable stuff. Season 3 already. Can't believe it. I definitely want to thank you guys for inviting us out and hanging out with us for a little while and being on the show. First time, hopefully not the last.
Right, thanks for having us.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
So my last question for you guys before we get into social media and stuff like that is, who is Through Blind Eyes?
Just a bunch of goofballs that like to play heavy metal, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we've been friends for a while now, so
Yeah.
we're just fun.
Hardcore assholes.
We mask it as fun. But no,
It's all in good meaning.
it's fun. We're making memories when we get older.
Right.
And we'll talk about it, even if it doesn't pan out. I mean, we still got them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Very cool.
Like, we didn't just start this to be, successful and have this huge, following or whatever. We're just doing it because we love it. But luckily, we've had the support there, so it's amazing, to be honest.
Awesome.
Didn't expect to go this far.
Yeah, honestly.
Right.
Really.
Okay, so tell folks out there who may be hearing about y'all for the first time where they can follow along with y'all. Is there a website, social media, merch, songs, stuff like that?
Facebook.
Facebook.
And we got
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
I hadn't used that, I don't think, in a long time.
Yeah, well, that's because
been
we haven't
okay.
been doing shows.
True. We usually keep people up to date on the Snapchat whenever we're doing shows and stuff like
Right.
that. Merch for right now.
You guys are listed as Through Blind Eyes on all of that social media?
Through Blind Eyes.
Facebook it says Through Blind Eyes, but the link is like /Through Blind Eyes 16 or whatever.
Okay.
When it started.
Instagram is Through Blind Eyes TX,
Yeah.
and Snapchat's Through Blind Eyes, but Through is spelled THRU.
Okay.
That's it.
So you just have a lazy Instagram,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
Once we get more like actual recorded stuff, we can put it on the computer and
Right.
maybe make
Utilize
some,
it.
yeah.
And is your music on digital outlets already?
Not yet, but I'm sure we're all playing it on
YouTube.
Just YouTube as
Overdose,
right now.
yeah.
Okay.
that. And that's old songs. So
Right.
we
And no webpage yet?
No webpage
no,
as
yeah.
right now.
Okay. Very cool. So you guys check these guys out on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. It's Through Blind Eyes, and I know if you Google them, it'll all come up too. Forget about that band in New York; they don't exist anymore.
Somebody had to say it.
Yeah.
Just saying. So you guys have been watching episode 216 with Through Blind Eyes, the 2017 ETX Metal Band of the Year. Once again, congratulations on that awesome honor, and I'm sure you guys will be in the running again this year. So. It'll be fun. Hopefully, you guys will come to the award show.
Yeah.
That'll be different and new, and you guys can have some fun out there. It's always a good time at the awards and seeing all the even other genres and folks. It's always a lot of fun. If you guys are watching or listening to the ETX Rock Show for the first time, you can follow along with us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Hit that follow or like button. We're located at ETX Rocks. We would certainly appreciate your subscription on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. Unless you hit it twice, then we'll charge you $40 on your charge card. Don't hit it twice. Just one time. And you can also smash that like button on this video to let us know that we're doing a good job. If you want to contribute financially to the ETX Rock Show, you can also do that at paypal.me/ETX Rocks. Any amount from 50 cents to $1 million, nothing over that. We can't afford it. Just $1 million, cap it at $1 million if you don't mind. So remember, contribute, keep helping us bring you guys the best talent from East Texas, Texas, and beyond, the unheralded and unheard to the legends and beyond. We always want to thank you guys out there for always supporting live music of all genres and all styles, and don't ever forget,
ETX
Rocks.
That's right.
Howdy folks, this is Aaron Watson.
This is Bree Bagwell.
This is Jake. And this is Walter from Rocky Queen.
This is Curtis Grimes.
Monty Pittman.
This is Doug Supernon.
I'm Heather Little.
This is Rob Redwine.
Ho! Hey folks, I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hey guys, I'm Katie Lynn, and make sure to tune in to ETX Rocks with
Boston Chris.
Hello, y'all. This is Ronnie Millsap, and thanks for tuning in to the ETX Rocks show.
Tough guy. Ho!
Hey guys, we're Blacktop Mojo, and thank you for tuning in to ETX Rocks.